we are today with Iván Pereira. He graduated from our English program and he has had so many achievements so far. We are so proud of him. And today we're going to have a conversation to know more about everything he has accomplished during all these years and what are his future plans. So thank you very much, Iván, for being here with us today.
And thank you so much for the invitation, and I'm really excited to share my experience with you.
So let's start from your beginnings. You started at a very early age with us. How old were you back then?
I was exactly 7 years old when I came here.
Right, and I remember that you were very shy, you barely talked, but then you transformed into this leader that we see now. You evolved so much during all these years.
Yes, indeed, I was really shy. And of course, because it was a whole new experience for me, coming out here, being in a whole new environment, to be surrounded by different people, and of course learning a new language. It was a process for me to adapt to, but however, throughout the year I can see myself evolving and showing out my skills, evolving with new ideas, and yeah.
And now you're here. And now you're here. And you applied to an international program. How old were you when you applied to UWC in this case?
Well, when I applied to UWC, I was 15 years old.
Right. And what motivated you, what inspired you to try and apply to an international program?
I think one of my biggest motivation was to see what's out there. For example, when I was a kid, I remember me really admiring you as a person for seeing you traveling to Mexico, to the US, and I will always feel really inspired by that. And apart from that, being in an environment that always looks up to new
opportunities,
to new opportunities, to new adventures, to new experiences. So I think that really gave me the courage to actually apply there. And when I was 15 years old, of course, to make that decision was really hard. I was between applying or not applying. However, all of that idea and support really helped me to do so.
Right. And you applied to the UWC program. Tell us what's that about.
Well, UWC, or United World Colleges, is actually a movement of 18 different colleges around the world. And the goal of this movement is to bring out people from all around the globe in one place to come up with different perspectives, ideas, and solutions for the problematics that is happening around the globe.
Mm-hmm. And the selection process was very tough, right? It's a very competitive program. Tell us how you experienced all that selection process, and then when you finally knew that you were selected for the program.
Yes, of course. Well, the selection process was really long. For example, I started applying with my 15 years old. I turned 16
in the process.
In the process, yeah. But of course, I had to do so many essays, videos. I had to ask for letters of recommendations. But the whole time I was supported by you, by my teachers, and yeah.
Yeah. And then when you finally knew that you were selected for the program and that you were traveling, what was that initial feeling?
Well, while I was applying to UWC, I actually didn't know any of the schools where I could go. And for example, in my year we had 6 scholarships for 6 different colleges around the world. However, throughout the whole time of my application, I didn't know to which school. So I was just applying with the hope of getting into one of these.
Right.
At the end, in the final process, that was the time when they actually told me that I would go to Tanzania in East Africa, and that I will move abroad for 2 years.
Wow. Wow, and that feeling of, oh my God, it's the first time I'm traveling without my family, I don't know anyone, anything. So how did you process all that?
Well, in the beginning, it was indeed a bit hard. It was for me to adapt, and I can remember really well when I got the news and I called you. Actually, I was like, oh, I'm going to Tanzania. You're like, oh wait, what? And yeah, it was a really emotional. I was super happy. However, that stigma of Africa was also around the whole time. For example, my family, they will be really worried about me going to Africa and all the stereotypes.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, and once you get the opportunity, it's about living it and actually go and experience and make new memories.
during all this process, English was really key for you, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't even have the opportunity of applying to an international program.
Yes, English did help me a lot to see this program through different lenses and through different perspective. And yeah, in a certain way throughout this process, and I did make new friends, I met new people, and English did help me to break these walls of communication.
Right, those barriers, yeah. And then you moved for 2 years to Tanzania, and what was that experience like, living abroad, going to high school abroad, and meeting people from many different countries, and living that international experience at a very young age, in your case, right?
Yes, well, it was indeed really exciting. Everything was amazing. Everything was everything that I ever wanted. Because, for example, being here exposed to so many things, to new ideas, and also as we experienced it all together, it was really important and really special to me to go abroad and meet new people. And yeah.
Yeah, and how do you feel that this international experience helped you to become a better leader, a different person, a totally different person? Do you feel that this program really helped you like change in a certain way, that you have a much broader perspective now?
Yes, this experience indeed has made me become the person I am today, for all the experience that I've come with all these different people, because I was exposed to different perspectives and different ideas, and in a certain way it has made me more open-minded, more reflective, and more conscious about what is going all over the world. For example, to look over sustainability, to look over mental health, and yeah, to be more conscious about my actions and the impact that we can create into the world and its different people.
And now your newest achievement is that you are going to study the university bachelor's degree in the U.S. We are so excited for you, and you even received financial aid. So first of all, congratulations, and tell us about that. How was that process? How did you decide to apply to the U.S.? And how are you living this moment now?
Yes, and throughout these 2 years of my experience, I found myself applying into these different universities in the US. I did look over my interests, for example, me into environmental science, and I chose the US because it's a country that gives
Many scholarships,
and a lot of opportunities for me to explore that field.
Mm-hmm.
I was in this program that really support the student to apply to different universities around the world, and yeah, in the US.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you got financial aid, full financial aid, right?
Yes, I will say that while applying to different scholarships in the US, I did look over this university and another university, and I did choose the one that facilitates me the more.
Mm-hmm. And you are going to which university?
Well, I'm going to Lewis and Clark College, that's in Oregon, Portland.
Right, and you have full financial aid during the 4 years of your bachelor's.
Yes, indeed I do. That's for 4 years of my career.
Congratulations. I imagine how happy you and your family are. We are, of course, very happy for you and excited about everything that you will live. And we're also excited about the opportunity that English gives to young people, to teenagers. So to end the interview, I would like you to give a short message to the people watching, especially teenagers, about your experience, how key English was for you, how many doors it opened for you. So what's your message for them?
Thank you so much for your recognition. Something that I would tell to kids, teenagers, or people that are still doubting of studying English, I would say to not feel scared or intimidated by it, because it does open for you many doors, many opportunities, and of course it gives you a different perspective about the world. And for me personally, it has changed my life, and it's still changing my life in so many ways, just personally, academically. And I would say that once the preparation meets the opportunity, that's when success happens.
Right, that's a great message. Thank you very much, Iván, again for being here with us and sharing your experience. I am sure that many people will feel inspired by you. You are a motivation for a lot of people. And for us, we're very proud of you as well. And we hope that you achieve so much more. We will be always rooting for you. So congratulations once again, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for your recognitions and for having me today.